country happenings and Boone's embrace. Graystone Lodge with its gentle grace. Concierge level service so fine in the heart of mountains where trees align.
Good morning, LKN. It is Thursday, which means it's time for our favorite segment of the week, and that is High Country Happenings with Graystone Lodge. Today we have Selena, the owner of Graystone Lodge, join us, along with the new director of sales, Christian Smith. Welcome to the show, guys.
Hi, Mamie.
Hey.
How's it going?
Hey, Christian. Thanks so much for joining us. Skylar, my guest co-host today, and I were talking fall. Like, this is the last weekend of summer, and it looks like up in the high country, the weather is absolutely perfect this weekend.
It is. It's looking really pretty, and it's going to be a nice warm one. It looks like those weather, the temperatures are dropping on Sunday, so I think we're going to be entering fall a little early.
Yeah, fall starts Monday, and it is the perfect time to head up to the high country. Some really fun stuff coming up, especially fall in the high country. Like, it's so nostalgic for me growing up in this area. Driving up, looking at the leaves, driving on the parkway.
Yes.
Skylar's newer to the area,
I've never
so
experienced
she's going to get to experience all of that this fall and all the wonderful things that are going on in the high country. Looks like Tweetsy Ghost Train is opening soon.
Yeah, it actually is. It's opening tomorrow. It will run from tomorrow, September 19th to November 1st. It's going to be every Friday and Saturday from 7:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. And as somebody who's lived up here for the last 3 years, I can tell you that's a really fun experience.
It is a super fun experience. It's, the train with Tweetsy so nostalgic, but the Ghost Train is a really cool event to ride it at night. Is that right?
Yes. And it just kind of brings in the Halloween spirit with the fall and everything up here in the high country. So it's very festive. It's super fun.
Yeah, it really gets you in the mood for fall and all the festivities that come up.
A little spooky.
Yeah, a little spooky season coming up. Unusual thing that I maybe have never seen, but it looks like Napoleon Dynamite Live is coming up soon.
Yeah, that's actually coming up as tomorrow as well at 7 p.m. at the Appalachian Theater. I think they had it also last year, and it sounded like it was a huge hit. I think it sold out, as what Selena was saying, pretty fast. It looks like it's a screening of the film Napoleon Dynamite, and there's also 3 of the cast members that have a moderated discussion after the screening.
Yeah, this is something that I would totally be down for if I didn't have the Late Norman the Woman of the Year Gala tomorrow night. I would be driving up because you get to sit and hear the discussion with John Hader, who played Napoleon Dynamite, Pedro, and Uncle Rico.
Wow.
That's an experience that you don't want to miss.
Yes.
Yeah, it's lots of fun.
It sounds
and
like
they still have tickets, so it's a great last-minute adventure if you're free for the weekend.
Yes, if you're free tomorrow night, I would highly suggest going up there. It looks like a good time.
Live.
All right, Oktoberfest is a big event that happens all around here. I think we talked about it a little bit last week, Selena, but what's coming up for the High Country Oktoberfest?
Let's see. It's happening on Saturday, September 20th. It's going to start at 12 p.m. and it wraps up around 10 p.m. It's at A&B Appalachian Mountain Brewery, which is a renowned brewery around here. They have a lot of stuff always going on here, but this is probably one of their bigger things, I would say, of the year. It looks like the schedule at 3 p.m. they have a Stein hoisting contest, which is a big thing, with a lot of Oktoberfest celebrations. They have some live music from 7 to 10 p.m. With Jazz Funk Adventure. And they have a bunch of different food and beverage specials with pretzels, brats, veggie brats, German potato salad, wood-fired pizza, and I think some other things. They also have a special release of an Oktoberfest lager that will be flowing all day. So that'll be interesting to try out, too.
All right, guys, mark your calendars for that, September 20th, also this weekend. So lots of fun. I mean, fall in the high country, like I said, so nostalgic. First day of fall is Monday. Christian, you said you've been there about 3 years. So what is your favorite thing about the high country, the Boone and surrounding areas, especially as fall's coming up?
Specifically in fall, I mean, you cannot beat the Parkway. In fall, I love to just go drive. Sometimes I'll find my way on the Parkway driving for just like an hour and a half at one way, then driving an hour and a half back. A lot of wasting gas, but it's just beautiful. You almost don't ever want to get off. I know right now they're still doing a lot of stuff around the Parkway, but there's a ton of places to get around. A&B is actually, like with the Oktoberfest coming up, it's one of my favorite places to go hang out because they have a great little outdoor area to sit out with like bonfires and cornhole and all types of little festive things that just kind of get you out in that perfect like sweater weather, when fall kind of rolls around.
Sweater weather.
Yes, we love the sweater weather. You could put your sweater, you put your sweatshirt on, those cool nights, those cool mornings that happen in the high country. We love it. And when you have those cool mornings, you can start with that fantastic breakfast at Graystone Lodge. Christian, I had the opportunity to come up for the summer and just enjoyed so much that breakfast just to get your day started. What's your favorite part of it?
Honestly, I love the biscuits and gravy days from the breakfast at
Yes.
Graystone. I'm a huge fan. That's something I grew up with many a morning with my mother cooking that. So that is one of my favorite things when we do have that up here. It is awesome because I know we locally source a lot of our stuff from local businesses up here in the high country. So you get to try a little bit of everything in our culture and community up here in Boone whenever you come and stay with us.
Yeah, I love what you guys do too with all your local partnerships. When I was up there with my daughter, we got to go to the river tubing. We did that, Sky Valley Zip Tours, and then the great restaurants that you have partnerships. It's such a great opportunity to go up there and experience the full high country experience. And I think that's just a really fun thing. Do you have favorite restaurant or anything that you recommend to guests whenever they come by?
One that I always do recommend, and I'd say two, actually. They're two of my favorites. One, we actually have a partnership, is Peppers. I mean, it's been around forever. Funny enough, both my parents went to Appalachian State.
Oh, cool.
My mom was actually a waitress at Peppers in the 80s. So, and I know we have a partnership with them, and they have great food. I always go there. My other favorite one would be the Local. I actually ate there before my graduation night. I love the Local down on Howard Street. It's right in between King Street and River Street. So it's kind of right in between downtown Boone and the campus, but it's got some great food.
Well, Christian, you'll be hanging out with us a lot. I'm sorry Justin's not here today for your first time. But yeah, you'll be joining us, I think, every week. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think that's correct. And I look forward to it every week. I had a great time talking to you today.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time together. And Justin's going to ask you a lot of really weird and out of the box questions. So just want to prepare you for that for your first day with us. So yeah, you'll get to talk to him next week.
You got off easy with me.
Yeah, you got off easy start, and I think they started you a little easy to ease you in and convince you that we're fun and we're fun to hang out with. But yeah,
no, it was fun.
Yeah, we're having a good time together. So as far as, I know Appalachian, you said you went there, football weekends, do you still have availability for any of the football games, the home games?
Yeah, I do believe we have some availability. It does stop very quick, their home games. You know how, I imagine, how it gets up here in Boone for some Appalachian State football. It becomes a wild town. But I think as of right now, for some of the further out games, we definitely have some availability. But I would definitely go ahead and look into that because they do book up fast the closer it gets to the game day.
Absolutely. On game days, is it just like the energy, even at Graystone, I'm sure it's palpable?
Oh, yeah, there's just a ton of App State fans and opposing fans, too, but a ton of App State alumni and parents and family of current students and past students. It feels like a big community just getting together to cheer on something that we all, enjoy watching and believe in. It's a great atmosphere. I loved it as a student. I love it as an alumni. Yeah,
it's very cool. Do you have maybe one of the towns, because you guys are located in Boone, very convenient location where you are, but do you have one of the towns around? Because I'm teaching Skylar how the high country is kind of like the Lake Norman area where you have all these little towns that make up the one area. So between Valley Crucis and West Jefferson and all those other areas, do you have a favorite little pocket of the high country?
Outside of Boone, I really like Banner Elk. There's some really good restaurants. There's a great Italian place called I think it's called Sorrento's, or I think it's Sorrento's. It's very good. It's like a cool little pocket up there, like a little shopping mall almost. But there's a lot of cool little restaurants. There's an ice cream shop. I almost describe it like a little beach boardwalk up in the mountains. Though it's a really interesting experience just to walk through there, get some dinner and some ice cream, and look at the shops. I love it up there, kind of around in Banner Elk.
That's so cool. Yeah, lots of just great spots to discover. Like you said, driving the Parkway. I think that's what we did when I was up there last too. Drove the Parkway for probably an hour, and then we're like, oh gosh, we've got an hour now that we have to drive back.
Go back.
But it was beautiful. Just the little pull-offs, the lookout, seeing the mountains. We actually saw a place where we were. I think it was where we were all the viaduct, and you could see it raining off in the distance. So just views. Yep. I mean, the views are absolutely stunning. Yes.
Yeah, with the Parkway is so cool because you can go and see a bunch of views. But another one of my favorite things about the Parkway is just pulling off and finding a trail. I love to find a good little creek or river I can put my feet in the water and just walk on the stones and stuff. So you have the best of both worlds. It's kind of being a recluse and hiding away kind of in a way, and also just getting out and seeing the open views of all the Blue Ridge Mountains. It's an awesome experience. I love it up there. I do know that they're also still doing parts of construction after the hurricane, but there's still, especially around Boone, a good amount of it's still pretty open.
Yeah, I think they have up to 50 miles open now between Boone going up towards Asheville. So it's a good stretch that's open.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. Christian, welcome to the team. We're excited to have you here. So we'll be talking to you next week.
Awesome. I will talk to y'all next week.
All right. Have a great day.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
High country nights and the fire's burning warm. Graystone Lodge welcomes all who come round the door. Concierge service, they know what you need. In Boone, you'll find peace, let your worries recede.